welcome to Pouse around the house. Today we're looking at part 5 of my series of loft conversion videos, and today we'll be underboarding with insulation and plywood to the underside of my rafters in the cupboard space down by the eaves. Now the reason we're doing this so early on in the project is that I need to put vertical struts in underneath the purlins, and once those are in place we won't be able to get the large boards underneath. So we have to do this now in order for the project to progress. So this is a bit you don't often see. We've got to do some donkey work and cut a few sheets of ply just to get them down to size to get them through the loft hatch. So if you look here, we just use a guide to cut that length. Now this piece of wood isn't going to be bang on, so you'll find that this cut probably won't be perfectly straight, but we're going to be joining these two pieces back together in the loft. So all we've done is put a few marks there and there, one there, and then we'll number them up, and we know when we go back in the loft which bit of the wood matches up with the other bit of the wood, and that way they join together perfectly. And the other thing is, you'll notice with this timber, it's not the best of cuts at the moment, but it's not critical to get a decent cut on this because this isn't going to be seen. It's going to be underneath the cupboards in the eaves, so we're not too worried about it at the moment. And you can see up on the roof racks there, we got some insulation board and a few more sheets of plywood, so we're just going to cut all of them down to size, get them in the loft, and then you'll see what I mean about piecing it all back together in a minute. So the plywood cut, or the insulation board cut, and now we just got to get it up in the loft.
The blinds are drawn, nobody's kicking a ball. The brand new thing is keeping us glued to the screen behind my bedroom door. Been kicked outside to play, eyes are stinging and my skin is pale. Need another fix, so I'm hanging around the arcade looking for
So we've got all the materials in the loft. The plan is now is to put insulation board on the underside of those rafters. We're then going to put some plywood up against that, as this is going to be inside my cupboard. We're going to put some rockwool in between the joists, then we're going to go over with the floorboards. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to infill with insulation between the rafters when we take the slates off, and this is so we can support this purlin and physically get the materials in. If we left it till we put the supports on vertically, we're not going to fit the large boards inside, so that's the only reason for doing this first. So just going to pop a few screws through this insulation board into the rafters, not too many because the plywood's going on top and that'll hold it in place anyway. Apologies for the sweat dripping off me. It's humid today and in this loft it's absolutely boiling. Just to show you what we're doing, if you look behind here, you can see the insulation board that we're just tacking in there onto the rafters, and like I said earlier, this is the underboarding. I'm going to have to insulate between the rafters as well as part of the building regulations, but we're going to do that once the slates are off and the felt is off, and we'll pop it all in before we put the slates and the felt back over the top. Now we're going to put some plywood over this, and then we're going to fix that up securely, because all this bit underneath this purlin that runs along here, all this is going to be cupboard space. So we're not too worried about the look of that, as long as it's boarded up securely. We've got the underboarding insulation, the insulation between the rafters. This is all what's going to be known as a warm space. Now when I say a warm space, I just mean that it's going to be within the insulated area, because I want them for cupboards. Now what you could do is drop the walls down sooner, not have any cupboards, insulate these walls and leave the roof uninsulated, and then you'd have what's known as a cold space behind there. But because I want to make use of all the space in this loft, then that's why I'm insulating right down to the eaves, and that way it can all be a warm space and it can all be a nice usable space. Even the storage will be great for storing clothes, whatever you like. It's not going to get cold and it's not going to get damp. Okay, you can see over there now all the insulation board is on underneath the cupboard, and now we've just got a sheet of ply that we've just slidden down there over on the joist, and we're going to pull that up and screw that into place, which will pull all this insulation nice and tight up to the rafters. And then the plan is, if we look over here, we'll do exactly the same to this side of the loft later on. So if you take a look here with the plywood, when we marked it earlier, the two cut edges can go together neatly, so we know there's not going to be any gaps when we seal that up to the rafters. We take a look over there now, you can see underneath the purlin we've done all the insulation on that side, and we've then put the 6mm plyboard up against the insulation just to give it a nice neat finish, give the insulation a bit of protection when it's inside the cupboard. And what we've done is put 3 screws through each section of plywood down on each rafter, so that's secured up nice and tight. You can see just over there, slightly bowed. I've got a few more screws left to put in that side. And we're just trying to get the impact driver down there before we put the floorboards in, because obviously it gives you a bit more room to get your driver down and up. Now if you look here, we've got the rock wool, and we're now going to put that into the floors right up to the eaves. Then we can put the floorboards over the top, and that'll mean that it's all insulated down to the eaves and along the floor. Then once this rock wool is all in, we're going to get these floorboards here, and we're going to slide those in. We're going to leave them loose for now, I think, in case they need to come back up, but we'll cut them to size, fit them in, and then we can get on with this structural stud timber work by here underneath this purlin, which will involve one horizontal brace across all the joists. We'll probably put something across the purlin there, and then we'll put some vertical timbers down which will support that purlin down onto these new joists, which have been structurally designed to take any extra weight and take the support of the roof. Although on this side it's not really necessary, because we've still got the struts in between that block wall we built anyway, so it's not really taking any additional weight. But on the other side we will be building a dormer, so there may be a little bit of additional weight. And when I say that, I mean on this side, and you can see we've got all the work left to do over there, so we'll show you that in a bit. So another quick update. We're just going to start trying to put these floorboards in now and put some more rock roll in these end joists, but these end joists were never fixed down solid. When we did them before, we left them loose, so we've just had to trim the edges off them, cut them down to size. We've just spaced them equally with the rest of the joists, and you can just see there the noggins. We've just cut a couple of those. We're going to screw those into place, and once these joists are firmly secured down, we can start filling the rock roll, put these boards down, and finish this whole one side under the cupboards, 2 board lengths long. Down there, we've got a few more screws sticking up through the plasterboard below, which is going to hit the joist, so we just got to grind those down again like we did in a previous video. So now we're just fitting the floorboards in that area. We're just measuring some small pieces and cutting them out to fit in the gaps in the corners, and just screwing them down temporarily so that we can get our strut across the bottom. And if you can just see over there, we do it in like a step kind of fashion. So we got one board there, then a join, and then another board along there.
Brick bond. Brick bond.
So now we're on the other side of the loft doing exactly the same thing. So if you look again, we've got the insulation board along the top here, so we've done that all the way down for now. We've got our 2 sheets of plywood, and we're just cutting a couple of sheets of plywood to size just to fit up in this top bit here. So this should give you a clearer view of the plywood. It's not perfect the way it's gone together at the moment. We'll tighten that up later, but remember, all this is going to be inside the cupboard. It's not going to be seen. So in reality, this plywood is all it's doing is acting as a bit of a protection against the insulation board if we put anything in the cupboard. And then we're slotting these floorboards up against the plywood, insulation underneath, insulation between the rafters down the back. We've got the underboard insulation here, This will all be fully insulated, fully compliant and lovely and warm.
Got to feel it now, got to get my kicks. You won't understand with your 486.
So there we go, that's going to be it for today. As you can see, it's not all plain sailing and it's not all nice detailed work. Some of it is just get in, get your screws in, cut in, saw in. You're getting wedged down right into that gap. If you look over there, you've got to get right down in there, and that is a real pain in the arse when you're trying to get screws in. It's not very pleasant work, it's extremely dirty, dusty. We've had to have masks on for this, but you know, it is what it is. In the end, hopefully we'll have a nice low cost loft conversion. So that's it for today's video. If you like what you've seen, then please feel free to check out my other loft conversion videos, and rest assured I will be uploading every aspect of this loft conversion to YouTube. So for more DIY, how-to, household tips and product review, please watch my other videos and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Pouse around the house. Ta-ta, farewell.